Hello, good morning. Welcome to Mimi's Kitchen. Today I'm preparing one of my mom's favorite mutton curry recipe. Instead of mutton or goat meat, I'm using 1 kilogram of pork. This is also called kwasha mangsho in Bengali. So we're using pork, they're pork ribs, and to that I have used 2 medium-sized tomato blended, 3 to 4 inches of ginger, 5 to 6 cloves of garlic, and 1 serrano pepper. Blended them together. Then I'm adding some salt, pepper, turmeric, hot chili, Indian powder, and Kashmiri chili powder. Now, this is not the same. Mexican chili powder is not going to work here. You will need Indian chili powder. And then we marinate it minimum for 2 hours. I marinated it for several hours. After the marination was complete, I'm going to show you the other things that I have used to prepare this recipe. So these are the other items that I have used to prepare this recipe. I have taken a picture of all the ingredients that I have used and posted them at the end of the video. Now for this recipe, you can either buy a store-bought garam masala spice or you can make your homemade. I made my homemade spice by adding 4 to 5 cloves, 4 to 5 pieces of cloves, then 6 to 7 peppercorns, and then half a stick of cinnamon stick, and then half a teaspoon, or I think 1 teaspoon of cardamom powder. Then added splash of water to it and continued to grind it. That's how you create your own homemade spice, garam masala spice. And as I'm saying, if you don't want to do it, that's perfectly fine. You can use a store-bought. And then I'm using 2 large onions, thinly sliced. And then first I'm going to start by frying the potatoes. I add the turmeric and the salt to it. I'm not trying to cook the potatoes completely. I just want to get it slightly brown. And then once that's done, we're removing the potatoes from the pan. And then I'm adding the onion to it. We'll cook on medium to medium high flame for maybe 2 to 3 minutes until it turns golden brown. Once you achieve that color, then we're going to add the meat. After we add the meat in the pot, we will continue to stir and cook on medium flame, and then we will add 1 tablespoon of our or 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder and 1 tablespoon of tomato paste to it. Now, Kashmiri chili powder is not hot or spicy at all. It is used to achieve that beautiful bright red color in the recipes. So don't be scared when I'm asking you to add this particular spice, because it's not going to burn your mouth. I promise you that. However, this step is the most crucial step. For 35 minutes, you will have to continue to stir rigorously for a few seconds, and then you have to put the lid back on and leave it for 2 minutes. And again, 2 minutes later, you take the lid back off, and then you stir for a few seconds, and then you put the lid back on again. Then let it rest for 2 minutes. 2 minutes done, and take the lid back away, and then keep on stirring. So you have to continue with that process for 35 minutes to achieve that deliciousness from this meal. I promise you. It's laborious. I know it needs a little bit of patience, but it's going to be so much worth it. I promise you. Just trust the process. So 35 minutes later, this is how exactly the meat would look like. Do you see there's a change in color? That it looks a little seared up, and the oil has started separating out. That is when you're going to add the ground garam masala to it. Once I added the ground garam masala, and then we stir it very nicely, and then again we'll put the lid back on for 2 minutes and then turn the gas off. Now I've added some water in that bowl where the meat was marinating, and I put a little bit of water in the Instant Pot, not all of it, just a little bit. And then I'm going to add the meat in the Instant Pot over the water. Afterwards, I'm going to add that water, mix it in that pan where I was cooking, just to dissolve all the flavors that was in the pan, because they're all full of spices. I didn't want to waste them. So I'm going to mix it up with enough water, and Yeah, make sure that you add enough water so that all the meat is submerged under the water. Then you add those potatoes over them, over the meat. Once the potatoes are added, I'm going to cover the Instant Pot with the lid, and then we'll pressure cook it for 35 minutes. And make sure the valve is on sealing, so it will pressure cook for 35 minutes. 35 minutes later, I actually waited for another 10 minutes before I vented the pressure out, and this is how the final product looks like. This looks amazing, isn't it? Do you see that bright red coloration in the meal? It's because of that red Kashmiri chili powder, and it smells so good. There's something so special about a meal that brings back memories of home, and this one, it does all the time to me. The juicy, tender meat. Usually we used to eat goat meat, but this time it was pork, but it's still the same. The juicy, tender meat and the soft potatoes remind me of my family dinners. Sitting at the table with my brother, eagerly waiting to just dig in. I truly hope that when you try this recipe, it brings you the same comfort and joy, and will just fill your heart just as it does mine. Every single time I cook this meal, my heart is full, and all I want to say is thank you, Mom. So this is the recipe. This is the full ingredient. I have listed it for you. I hope you will try it. God bless you, and thank you for watching. Bye.